nog 'n episode van Eksieperfeksie. In vandag se episode behandel ons 'n groot probleem, pigmentasie. Met behulp van Coverdim gaan ons die publiek wys hoe om kamouflering te doen. By ons in die ateljee het ons vir Lee,
Thank you for having us.
Pieter wat die demonstrasie vir ons gaan doen, en dan het ons ook vir Kim wat vandag ons model gaan wees.
Hallo.
Pigmentasie raak byna almal en daar is selde iemand wat nie pigmentasieprobleme het nie. Lee, veral in Suid-Afrika, hoekom sukkel ons met pigmentasieprobleme? En jy is meer as welkom om in Engels te antwoord.
Thank you. Well, being in the country that's closest obviously to the equator and obviously having the ozone problems that we do, the main problem nowadays would be UV radiation causing pigmentation, but also second to that hormonal problems and obviously medication that people do ingest daily.
Lee, Coverdim se produkte werk wonderlik as dit by kamouflering kom. Maar sal dit nie jou vel se poree verstop nie?
No, not at all. I think it's important for people to understand that Coverdim is non-comedogenic, meaning it does not block the pores at all. Because of the fact that it's beeswax, it actually is antiseptic and it's quite healing. So it's actually very good for acne skins as well. It does have various properties, obviously being a beeswax. As long as you make sure that you remove it daily with a cleanser that is going to remove waterproof makeup, you won't have any problems.
As daar kliënte is wat vergrote poree het en acne letsels, kan hulle Coverdim gebruik?
Of course, definitely. Basically, we can actually camouflage minor and major imperfections, things such as tattoos, vitiligo, bad pigmentation and so on. And we also have got a brilliant skin primer called Skin Protector that you actually apply first over all the other products that you would normally use, and then you apply our foundations over. So it gives you a nice smooth surface to work on as well.
Lee, wat is dit wat Coverdim se produkte so spesiaal maak?
Coverdim is a very special product. There's many reasons for this. Firstly, we actually have got a USA patent award for our product, and it is an FDA approved product, which is something that not all foundations do have nowadays. We're not a silicone based product, we are beeswax based, obviously then allowing the foundation to stay on the skin for a lot longer, 10 to 24 hours, which is a lot longer than other foundations, as I said. Second to that, we are also along other great inventors such as Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, and all of our products have got tests that are done at the Pharmacological University in Pavia, Italy. We are recognized by many dermatologists and makeup artists worldwide, and we are actually distributed and sent to over 80 countries in the world.
Lee, verduidelik vir ons, wat is die verskil tussen 'n gewone onderlaag en Coverdim?
The main reason, the main difference being, like I explained earlier, that we are beeswax. Beeswax is a very natural product, so naturally then it would be better for your skin.
Lee, wat beteken dit as 'n produk dermatologies getoets is?
Basically, it means that the product has been tested on human skin to figure out the tendency for the product to make the skin be oversensitive, if the product is going to be waterproof, and if it can irritate the skin at all. We do have a few testimonials that you can find online, and we have got many other people that we can speak to if ever need be.
Indien een van ons kykers reeds sukkel met 'n olierige vel, gaan Coverdim nie hulle vel nog meer olierig laat vertoon nie?
No, not at all. We have 3 different consistencies of foundations. The first one being the one that we have got the USA Patent Award, which is the classic foundation. It has full coverage and very little oil. Then we have our Perfect Face, which has got a little bit more oil in it, but it won't make your skin oily further. It's just preferable to apply it to a slightly drier skin. Then we've got our last line, which is called Colourceuticals. They're basically a foundation that have got active ingredients in to treat 3 different skin types. That would be redness, pigmentation, and aging. And that foundation in particular is absolutely oil-free. Obviously, then also a little bit more of a natural cover.
Is daar sonbeskerming in die onderlaag of moet die kykers 'n ekstra sonbeskerming byvoeg?
Our foundations do all have an SPF in them. If it's just day-to-day use, it's absolutely fine to use just our foundation because most of our day creams have also got an SPF. You can use our Filter Ray sunblock line with the foundations to ensure maximum cover from the sun. So the SPF that you are going to get from the 2 products is enough, but if you're going to go and spend the entire day in the sun, for example, you do definitely need to apply another sunblock first, preferably SPF 20 and above, in conjunction with your foundation that you are using daily.
Lee, ek het al gehoor dat hulle sê as mens 'n onderlaag gebruik met 'n SPF-faktor en jy laat neem foto's, laat dit jou gesig gewoonlik so wit gloei. Is dit so?
Not with Coverdim and not always, not necessarily. The reason being because we do have titanium dioxide in our products. It is essential to have titanium dioxide in a product if it's going to be used as an SPF as well. The only way that you can get rid of this is to use a translucent powder if you are, and then to set it with the bronzing powder over that to get rid of that white effect. But it's not necessarily to say that it will make your face white in the photos, and it also has a lot to do with the photographer.
Watter ander probleme kan nog bedek word of verbloem word met Coverdim?
Coverdim is used for many things, especially at the moment. We've actually been used by a lot of brides, people that have got tattoos that need to conceal them. Often we have people that battle with vitiligo, redness, freckles, and often we have a lot of scar clients as well, and we do manage to conceal their faces perfectly. And don't forget, it is a perfect camouflage for veins anywhere on the body.
Lee en dan, omdat hierdie produk dermatologies getoets is, maak dit die produk duurder?
Yes, it does play a role in our pricing structure. Dermatologically testing is definitely very important. So when we do send them off for the tests, it does cost us a fair amount. So it is very important that we do obviously make sure that it's going to count for us as well. Our products are very competitively priced. For example, the Perfect Face that we spoke of earlier can actually last up to 12 months if you use the product correctly, and therefore obviously making our pricing structure very competitive with other ranges in the industry.
Lee, en dan is ek seker ons kykers gaan wil weet, waar kan mens Coverdim koop?
We have a very wide range of stockists across the country. We have many salons, skincare centers, dermatologists, plastic surgeons. Second to that, you can also find our products on our website at www.coverdim.co.za. Otherwise, viewers are welcome to contact us at our head office on 012 460 1220. And all of our consultants are very happy to help anytime.
Pieter, baie dankie. Gaan jy vir ons begin met die demonstrasie?
It's very important to apply the skin protector, as I said earlier, prior to applying the foundation. First of all, being a beeswax, you do need to ensure that the product is heated up naturally, so body heat is fine. And then you can use your finger to blend it out evenly, and obviously it also then dries over the pores evenly as well. If you felt that you did need to use a sponge of sorts, you can use it just around the hairline, around the nose area, just to blend it in. Otherwise, it's not necessary. It's always very important to apply foundation over the eye area, as if you do obviously still have pigmentation and fine spots and freckles, it is important to conceal those as well to ensure a smooth, even finish. It doesn't necessarily shine constantly. We do have to set our foundations with a powder. Because it is a beeswax, it doesn't adhere to the skin totally unless you use a powder over it to set it. The powder doesn't dry your skin out at all. All it does is it absorbs the moisture out of the foundation to give you that smooth porcelain look.
Nou Lee, as 'n mens nou 'n poeier aansit, wat is best om te gebruik, 'n borseltjie of 'n sponsie?
Because it's a beeswax and we want to get rid of that glow that it does give off, if you do want to get rid of the glow, we would then first of all apply it with the sponge, because we can obviously press it into the skin and it will make the foundation last a lot longer. And if you then second to that want to then apply it with a brush, just to give it a more natural finish, you can definitely use a brush. The reason why we don't say use a brush initially is because it's a wax, it can come off on the bristles.
Lina, wat maak Coverdim se mascaras anders as die mascaras wat huidiglik op die mark is?
There are many differences, the main one being that we are a beeswax mascara. When you use something that's beeswax, like we explained earlier with the foundations, you need to apply a small amount of heat. So you can either hold it in your hand for 10 to 15 seconds, or you can just pop it in the sun for a couple of seconds as well. When you apply it, because it's not silicone based, it coats each lash individually. Silicone based ones, they're usually a lot more liquid and the lashes jump back together a lot more easily. Our ones, it separates the lashes and it contains hyaluronic acid, which obviously then plumps up the lashes a lot more.
Is julle mascara ook smeerbestand?
Yes, it's totally waterproof. You can swim with it, you can exercise with it. And because we have also got vitamin C in the product, it also lightly exfoliates the lashes. So any dead skin that does fall off from the eyelid onto the lashes, it gets rid of this, allowing the mascara to stay on the eye a lot longer. Our products are also ophthalmologically tested, meaning that you can use them on an eye that is naturally a lot more sensitive. Again, on our website you can see a testimonial from a client that since matric, she's now 47, she wasn't able to use mascaras, and now she is, now that she's met the Coverderm Perfect Lashes.
Lee Pieter, sy lyk ongelooflik. As jy binnekort 'n bruid gaan wees, kan jy definitief Coverderm oorweeg. Onthou Lee het gesê, dit hou tot en met 24 uur. As jy 'n sonbesie is en het pigmentasieprobleme opgedoen, is jou antwoord Coverderm. Lee, Pieter, Kim, baie dankie dat julle vandag in die ateljee was. Baie dankie vir julle interessante inligting oor Coverderm en kamouflering. Kykers, as jy al meer wil uitvind oor Eksieperfeksie se hoofborg Slender Wonder, besoek asseblief ons webwerf www.eksieperfeksie.co.za. Totsiens tot 'n volgende keer.